Thank you for joining me. I'm David Canonic, and welcome to an intro into decorative concrete.
Okay, as you can see, we have our mold, our scale, we have our trowels, our high density concrete, our water, and our mixing bowl. So here you can see I've made an autumn leaf and a pumpkin. These are going to be our autumn ornaments that we're going to be making. And here's just a ruler to kind of show you the scale we're going to be working on. Let's take our high strength concrete, pour it into our container. Here we're going to add about a cup of water. Take our margin trowel, give this a good mix. We do want it to be somewhat runny. We don't really want a stiff mix for this. We want to be able to get into all the crevices of the mold. And then you just go ahead and add a little bit more mix as needed to get the consistency that you want. Next, we're going to let it sit for just a few minutes. And we're going to take these silver wire. We're going to go ahead and run this through for our ornament so that we'll be able to hang it later. You want to go as close to the middle as you can. Clear out any debris that might be in. And then you want to push these down just so they're hanging off the bottom, but not up on the top. And you can put them through a little over 3/4 of the way. Consistency you need, and it's been sitting for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Go ahead and take your mix and pour it into your mold. Make sure you get it in all the little crevices. And you get it as close to the top as possible. A little over is okay. Then you want to go ahead and give it a good shake. Make sure you get it in all the grooves and all the crevices. Get all those little air bubbles to come to the top. And then you can see if you need to add a little more to any of the molds. And then go ahead and do the same process. Okay, so now we'll let that sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and do some troweling. Our concrete, leveling it out, getting any of that excess mud off the top of our ornament. You want to do this maybe 5 minutes after we poured it. Get any air bubbles, make sure that it's level. And you'll have to do this maybe 5 or 6 times during the drying process. Cleaned up the edges, and now we're waiting for it to dry. It's been finished. It's dry. Give it a quick wipe. We're going to do a process called embedding, and I'm just going to give this little pumpkin a face. So all you do is take a firestone, is what I'm using. Make some eyes, nose, and a mouth. And you can use almost anything to do embedding in concrete. There you go. Then we're going to go ahead, take a little water, pour it into our mixture here that we had from earlier. Get a little bit of cream. Call a little slurry. Drop that right on top. And just kind of work it in.
And this is just going to fill in all those holes that we just made by embedding. You just want to cover the whole piece. And now we're going to do what we call stamping. I have a simple plastic leaf. And I'm going to go ahead and press this in with my big trowel. And as you can see, now you have a leaf pattern. With the embedding process on the pumpkin ornament, you can see this is what it looks like once it's all polished out. Usually you have to wait 4 to 10 days before you can actually polish it. But as you can see, all the different rocks and anything that you embed comes to the top. When I was deciding to make concrete furniture, concrete tables, and I kind of did something a little special with this one. You'll see in a second. I decided to play with LED lights. You can kind of change the colors as you see fit. Green. Cool thing, you have a remote right here. You can program different things. You can program different colors. You can have it flicker. You can have it go quick. You can have it go slow, changing. You can have it flash. You can have it do all sorts of different cool things. So this is my MVP with the embedded concrete polished out with a glass tile with LED underneath. So this has been a brief introduction into the different decorative concretes, whether it be a table, an ornament, something you want to do in your backyard patio. You can put all of these different techniques into work.